Good morning, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Investigation on the popular gold smuggling case mired in suspicion. Delayed prosecution allows major culprits to destroy evidences. Lawmakers themselves expressed discontent against the parliament seeking support of foreign donor for its administrative works, say government responsible to provide all necessary resources. US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un arrive in Singapore for their historic summit. US hopes the summit will eventually see Kim give up nuclear weapons. And world number 1 Rafael Nadal of Spain wins his 11th French Open title and his 17th overall Grand Slam title, defeating Dominic Thiem of Austria in straight sets. The investigation team under the Home Ministry's Joint Secretary is undergoing a probe into the alleged smuggling of a total of 37 tons of gold following the recent 33-kilogram gold smuggling scandal. As per the preliminary findings, Mohan Agrawala has been seen as the chief investor in the entire smuggling case. The probe team, however, raided the house of Agrawal only after 33 kilograms of gold went unaccounted for and the incumbent police officers were taken into custody. But the police could neither take hold of Agrawal nor the missing gold. The probe team took as long as 2 months to raid Agrawal's house, though it is located nearby the Home Ministry. That too only a day after Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa organized a press conference to mark his 100th day in office. Home Minister Thapa's remark that the government had inched closer to the main culprits involved in the scandal followed by the raid in Agrawal's house was not considered by many as a mere coincidence. Despite the accusation of smuggling 37 tons of gold, the police could find only 10 tolas of gold along with some checks from Agrawal's house. Experts opine that the prosecution, forwarded in such a sluggish manner, has mocked the entire investigation process. As of now, Chudamani Upreti alias Gore and his associate senior superintendent of police, SSP Sham Khatri, both have surrendered to the police. Gore used to work for Agrawal himself. The investigation team took former Deputy Inspector General DIG Govinda Nirola and other incumbent police officers into custody with regard to the smuggling case. The team, however, appears to have allowed time to alleged main accused Agrawal to escape and destroy available evidences as well. Let us now move on to the latest national political updates. There was direct involvement and support of foreign donor agency in the orientation held on the 6th and 7th of June to inform lawmakers about the parliamentary proceedings. Meanwhile, lawmakers themselves have expressed discontent against the donor's entry into the authority established to formulate the country's laws and practice sovereignty. The constitution that is considered as the foundation of the country's laws has already been promulgated. All the major activities with regard to the peace process have also been concluded. The elected governments of all 3 levels have also completed their 100 days of the honeymoon period. Nonetheless, the topmost body of the elected representatives has remained overtly dependent on foreign donors, even for basic materials like bags and notebooks. It's obvious that a developing nation like Nepal needs foreign assistance in some crucial areas. However, the country's legislative has appeared indifferent towards maintaining a boundary on the purpose of such assistance. Lawmakers are of the view that the tendency to rely on foreign assistance, even to go about regular administrative functions, has tainted the country's reputation in the international arena. Moreover, they have warned against such assistance, paving way for foreign influence even in the law formulation and policy-wise decisions. It's the government's responsibility to make all necessary materials and resources available to the parliament. However, the parliament itself, relying on foreign assistance and allowing donors to directly participate in its activities, cannot be justifiable. Now, the government has decided to set only 3 additional Inspector General AIG posts in the Nepal Police and 2 in the Armed Police Force APF. A cabinet meeting held yesterday decided to slash the number of AIG posts in both the security departments. The previous government had created 14 AIG posts in the Nepal Police and 11 in the Armed Police Force. 5 of the AIGs in Armed Police Force are without any responsibilities. The meeting of the Council of Ministers has also decided to fulfill the vacant posts in the Nepal Police as per the federal structure. The government has also decided to assign the responsibility of the construction of bridges that link Rashtragadi Saprubesi to Chengbu, China, and the one at Tatapani to the government of China. It is now time for a short break, but for more news, to stay with us. BP highway, constructed with the support of the Japanese government, remains obstructed most of the time due to disputes between the government, court and transport entrepreneurs. This has been causing trouble to the daily commuters. In this context, we had asked the residents of Kavre regarding why they think large vehicles have been allowed to ply on the BP highway against the set standards. Let's now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
सानो बाटो छ ठुलो गाडी टर्निङ गर्दाखेरि एक्सिडेन्ट हुने मात्रा बढी हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ
सानो हाइसे चलाउन चाहिँ मलाई बेस्ट लाग्छ
बाटो साँगुरो छ के गर्नु ठुलो गाडी त हिँड्न सक्दैन रहेछ यसो हेर्दाखेरि आउँदा आउँदै मोटरसाइकल र जिप गाडी ठोकेर अघि मान्छे मरिरहेको देखे
ठुलो फ्राकिलो होस् सबलाई सुविधा होस् राम्रो किसिमबाट चल्न पाओस्
यो गाडी चल्नलाई त गाह्रो छ ठुलो कसरी लाग्ला
सडक बनिसकेपछि तपाईको के भन्दाखेरि ठुलो गाडी सबै सवारी साधन घुम्न पाउनु पर्छ
ठुलो गाडीमा त अब अलि आनन्द त हुन्थ्यो होला अब बाटो साँग्रो छ त्यसकारणले सानै गाडी ठिक नि
It is now time for the international update. US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un have arrived in Singapore for the historic summit. Trump flew in a Broad Air Force One a few hours after Kim touched down yesterday with his entourage. The meeting, the first between a leader from North Korea and a sitting US president, will take place on Tuesday on the resort island of Sentosa. Trump described it as a one-time shot at peace and said the two were in unknown territory. The US hopes the summit will kickstart a process that eventually sees Kim give up nuclear weapons. The two leaders have had an extraordinary up-and-down relationship over the past 18 months, trading insults and threatening war before abruptly changing track and moving towards a face-to-face meeting. Kim met Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong after he arrived. Trump is also scheduled to meet Prime Minister Lee before the summit begins. We've got more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. Welcome back. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, should the Parliament receive foreign aid? Your options are A, yes, and B, no. The voting is on. You can type any WS, select your option A or B, and then send it to 8080 to share your opinion with us. Up next is some sports update.
Sports news.
World number 1 Rafael Nadal of Spain has won his 11th French Open title and his 17th overall Grand Slam title, defeating Dominic Thiem of Austria in straight sets. In the final played in Paris, Nadal registered a straight set 6-4, 6-3, 6-2 victory over Thiem and won his record-extending 11th French Open title. The Spaniard edged an intense opening set and tightened his grip in the second. Nadal increased the tempo further in the third set and made Thiem face defeat in his first-ever Grand Slam finale appearance. It took Nadal 2 hours and 42 minutes to finish off Thiem. Nadal is the only second player in history to win the same Grand Slam on 11 occasions after Margaret Court, who won 11 Austrian Open titles between 1960 and 1973. Time now for some updates on the FIFA World Cup Russia 2018. Arguably the best forward of current football generation, Lionel Messi's nation Argentina has not won a major title for the past 25 years. Superstar Messi has won everything in his professional career except the FIFA World Cup. He has also been criticized in Argentina for the same reason. The Russia World Cup 2018 will be an opportunity for Messi to quench his thirst for the most coveted football tournament of the planet. If there is any nation among the participating 32 at the Russia World Cup under pressure, it is Argentina. And the player under intense pressure to lift the trophy is Lionel Messi. Despite being successful in club football, Messi has not won any major title with Argentina. This is the only hurdle for him in being recognized as the best player ever. Having lost the 2014 Brazil World Cup 1-0 against Germany in the grand finale, Argentina then went on to feature at 2 finals of the Copa America. However, Argentina lost both the finals. Messi had then retired from international football because of lack of success in the iconic Argentine outfit. However, Messi had then returned to the international football following widespread pressure to make a comeback to the Argentine team. Argentina appointed 3 coaches in the period of 3 years. Qualification for the Russia World Cup wasn't an easy task for Argentina either. Argentina was in a do-or-die situation till the very last qualifiers match. However, Messi scored a hat-trick and secured a win over Ecuador to ensure Argentina's berth in the World Cup. Argentina had debuted in the first edition of the FIFA World Cup in 1930. Since then, it hasn't qualified in only 4 World Cups. Having reached the finals on 5 occasions, Argentina has won the World Cup twice. Argentina won the World Cup for the first time in 1978 and repeated the feat in 1986. Diego Maradona was the hero for Argentina's second World Cup success. The Russia World Cup may be the last career World Cup for 31-year-old Messi. It has been 32 years since Argentina last won the FIFA World Cup. Messi is the commander-in-chief of Argentina. There are no doubts on Messi becoming the greatest player of the century if he leads his nation to the FIFA World Cup success this time around. He will be supported by Sergio Aguero, Angel Di Maria, Nicolas Otamendi and Paulo Dybala, among others superstars of the beautiful game. Christian Pavón is the rising star of Argentina, who could be seen as the surprise package in Russia. Coach Jorge Sampaoli has led Argentina in 10 matches so far. Sampaoli, who has been experimenting with the Argentine squad, has no alternative but to perform well at the World Cup. Argentina faces challenges from Iceland, Croatia and Nigeria in the group stage. Messi's nation will take on Iceland on the 16th of June, Croatia on the 21st and Nigeria on the 26th of June. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. Investigation on the popular gold smuggling case mired in suspicion. Delayed prosecution allows major culprits to destroy evidences. Lawmakers themselves expressed discontent against the parliament seeking support of foreign donor for its administrative works. Say government responsible to provide all necessary infrastructures. US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un arrive in Singapore for their historic summit. US hopes the summit will eventually see Kim give up the nuclear weapons. And world number 1 Rafael Nadal of Spain wins his 11th French Open title and his 17th overall Grand Slam title, defeating Dominic Thiem of Austria in straight sets. That's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.